All right, getting ready to go camping at Lake Kegonsa. Yes, my hair looks a mess. I don't really care though, because we're gonna go ride and meet our friends at the park, and then we're gonna roll over to the lake and do a little group camping session. So we've arrived at Olin Park, and this is how I have my bike set up. And I'll go over everything here in just a minute. But first, here's Carrie's bike. It's a Live Avail AR1, and we have it loaded up with a rack. So most Live dealers should be including this little piece in with your bike purchase. It usually comes in the box. That way you can attach a rack to it. Only thing is that I don't see any way to like tighten this down. There probably is, but maybe it wasn't included with the purchase of the bike. So, but she's got her two panniers here on the back with the rack, and then repurposed my little Lone Peak bag. You may have seen that in a video for my Soma, and just some stuff with a bungee net on the top. And then a little top tube bag, nothing on the front handlebars or anything. And then this cool little bottle / coffee holder from PDW. So that's what she's rocking, and then I'll go over what I have on my bike. All right, so we'll start with the front. So I've got my Nemo pad, this new pad that I'm trying out, strapped to the front here with I'm gonna have to push it down a little bit so I can actually use my light, or just move it, but strapped down with a couple of those Blackburn straps that come with their cargo cages. And on my cockpit here, I have a Bontrager light, my Garmin 530, and then my one Blackburn water bottle bag, and then my Relevate Designs bag as well. And then in the actual Blackburn holder, so I have my sleeping quilt and bag liner, and then tent poles for our 2-person tent. And then in this front pannier here, I have the tent body and rainfly in there. Just not in a stuff sack or anything, just because with the short amount of cable that I have on this bike, it was really difficult to get a 2-person tent of that like heft. We'll probably invest in something ultralight in the future if we're gonna go out together. But this works for now. And then in this pannier, which is grossly overstuffed, I have clothes. So I have my puffy, I have my clothes in a stuff sack, I have my shoes for camp in there. And then these are Axiom panniers. And the only tough part about this is there's no adjustability on the back. So Ortlieb and other systems have a nice adjustability where you can move where these clips are. And this, I really had to try to modify these clips to work on this rack, because there's this flat piece of metal here, so the clips kind of interfere with that. So it's not the safest option. I would definitely invest in a system either from like Sturdy Bags or Ortlieb or something where I'm either strapping the bags directly to the rack, or I am able to move where the mounting hardware is on the bags. And then you can see I've got, this is kind of the back view of the cockpit. So like I said, my gear bag. So I've got my Bluetooth speaker. I've got some hydration here from Hammer Nutrition. I've got a couple of Stroop waffles, my earbuds, and here I have all my electronics other than my earbuds and my Bluetooth speaker. So I've got more, I have wired earbuds because these don't have a great battery life, and I like to listen to audiobooks or podcasts when I'm going to sleep. I've got my power bank here, all the cables. I've got some lip balm and some sunscreen. And then in here, this front one, I've got some little snacks, some Cliff Blocks, and then I've got a little thing chain lube, and then one of my CO2 cartridges in there. So this center bag, like, I am like greatly surprised by how amazing this is. Like, I've not had a good history with frame packs, but the way that Salsa has designed this bike, there's no interference whatsoever, and it just sits really nice and low in that triangle. So I actually really love this thing. So in here I've got a lock. Oh, let's see if we can get it focused. I've got a lock, I've got a patch kit, some extra straps, I got my tent stakes, I've got an extra tube, some hand sanitizer, a pump, and other stuff. And then on this side, there's another pocket. If you open this up, sorry, I'm having a hard time getting this to focus. I have all of my tools in here. So I've got tire boots, I've got tubes, CO2. Oh, this was the light mount. That was my down low light mount on the bike. I just left it in here so I wouldn't lose it. And then a little multi-tool that I got when I was doing Truck University. And then we're gonna go over the back of the bike. So I've got my Blackburn Outpost Elite bag. In here I have, oh gosh, I don't even know what I have in here, to be honest. Oh, my cook set, my camera, my fancy camera, and probably some other sundries. I have no idea, actually. And then I have, oh, in one of these bags, I have my hammock. I think it's actually in with the tent at the top there. And then I brought the bug net just as a backup, and then also just to make sure that we have a little chill area if anyone wants to hang from the trees and just chill out. And then of course you gotta dangle, so I've put my little camp cup on there. It's a little redundant, I already have a foldable one, but it's just kind of fun. It's a style choice. I mean, it serves a purpose, but yeah, so that's the setup today. And so far so good, other than my shifting cable is getting really stressed, so my shifting hasn't been great, so I'm gonna have to work on that and see if I can fix it. Might just need a little barrel adjustment, but other than that, we're golden. Oh my gosh, I forgot to mention this. So this is also a new to my kit. So this is the Oveja Negra, or black sheep, I think is what it is in Espanol. And this is a new hip pack that I got from them, and I'm trying it out on this trip. And I actually have a couple of liters of water in here just for camp purposes. I've got my wallet, some other little things in there, and yeah, just some little sundries. Oh, that's the other thing that's in that back rack is I have kind of my little DOP kit as well, so all my little personal items that I need. But I did have the sleeping mat kind of strapped to this, but it pulled too much far back on my back, and the less crap I can have on my back, the better. So yeah.
Dogs a lot. They're great. But my cats are happy to see me when I clean when I get home.
Yeah, because you bring the food.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably because I feed them. Oh well. That doesn't mean anything.
I really like dogs, but like even the smartest dog.
I haven't been taking very much video from this trip because we've just been socializing, but it's I think about 7:30 this morning in the group camp here at Lale Kegonsa, and we've been having just a really good time. I would definitely recommend checking out the group sites if you have like a group of 5 or more. I honestly kind of like them better than the normal sites. I just like you have more space, there's more tables. It's actually not too loud. I mean, there are some kids around in the area, but it's not as annoying as people like being super loud at night. But there are some vault toilets and things around. There's garbage and recycling really close by. There's this little water spigot thing. I'm filling up my water right now so we can cook this morning and have some extra water this morning. All right, got my Vecto filled up. This thing is awesome. I forgot to bring water with us, or like pack it in my friend's car who was dropping stuff off. And this thing holds a couple liters of water, so I've been able to refill water bottles and whatnot throughout the day. Here's just a little view of the campground. There's a little water fountain. So last night we just ate a whole bunch of food. We had like a table full of food. I wish I could have gotten that, but you know, I'm trying that thing of socializing over putting stuff out on social media or YouTube. But yeah, we just had a packed table and a packed cooler full of drinks, and just had a good time sitting around the fire. There ended up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There were like 9 of us here, which is pretty good. We actually ended up having a little bit more space. We probably could have opened it up to a few more people, but this was just kind of a test run to see how doing a big old like group camp situation would be. But yeah, this one was, I reached out to mostly people that I knew or had met recently, who I knew was going to be interested in going bike camping. So we just kind of kept it within the circle of people that we knew. But it would be cool to kind of open things up to make this a bigger regular thing, as a part of Spokehaven, to try to meet some new people, maybe explore some new places to stay overnight. We also picked a place that was very close to home, very accessible. So but overall it was a lot of fun. I slept all right, pretty well. The birds and the cranes are very noisy around here, and we are kind of right by a road that people drive way too fast on. But we're gonna make some breakfast and start packing our things to get ready to ride home, because most of us have some stuff to do in the early afternoon. So we'll try to catch some of that, and yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it for now.
He's a weird kid.
Don't mind me, I'm just YouTubing stuff. Is anybody opposed to being on the internet? Because of our adventures, you know? It's fun. It's fun. It's fun, Carl.
Go under like 3 blankets. It's like no winter, and I'm like, are you okay under there?
Yeah, I don't
They're
get
like,
it.
they're not like light either. You know?
They're
It's like-
smaller. They need less air.
I mean, I'm always just thinking to myself, if
True.
somebody stuck that over my face, it'd be like a murder movie.
Blanch. Oh.
Stretch, stretch, stretch. Stretch, stretch, stretch. I know.
Woo!
Please. The 3 most important things. Yeah.
We are riding!
I'm still wearing my sunglasses on my shirt like an idiot.
It's a Carl. There's gonna be music over this, so it doesn't matter what's said. Hi, Blanch. There we go. Yeah, cheesing. We just realized this crane was behind us this entire time. Must be fishing. Hopefully we didn't disturb it too much, but the cranes were out in full force today. That was our alarm clock this morning, were cranes just going off. They're everywhere here. So if you like cranes and other wildlife, come to Wisconsin. We have a lot of it here. Alright, we decided to stop and get lunch, so we're at Colectivo, not too far from our neighborhood. Getting some breakfast burritos, even though we already had breakfast, second breakfast, because, you know, we're hobbits on bikes. So we're just waiting. We're gonna pick up some nice food, eat a little snack, drink some cold beverage, then we're gonna head on home. So it's always fun adventuring out, getting home early enough to be able to grab some food and enjoy some local restaurants, see some dogs, see some people, you know. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. Sorry that the video kind of ended abruptly there. I had a really amazing time with everybody who came out on the trip, and thank you so much for being a part of it. I wanted to also say that the Lake Kegonsa area is an amazing introduction to our state parks here around the Madison area, and a great option for anyone looking to do a pretty accessible overnight trip with friends or family, whether that be on the bike or driving out somewhere and just participating in some camping and recreation. Hopefully y'all learned a little bit about, you know, what to carry on your bike for an overnight just by watching the video. If you have any questions, I would love to hear from you. Please comment below. Feel free to send a message to me online, either on Instagram at Spokehaven or on Twitter at Spokehaven as well. You can also email info@spokehaven.com or visit spokehaven.com for more information about gear I use, trip reports, etc. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, stay tuned for more videos, more reviews, all that good stuff. All right, have a good one, everyone. Goodbye.